Holy macaroni, beautiful people. It is June 1st. When the heck did that happen? Good morning. I can't believe that half of 2020 is gone. It just blows my mind. And it was going to be the best year of my life. And it probably is still. I just may not know it all yet. Okay, today's reading, this Kabir guy or girl, whatever Kabir is, leads us off with, there is a secret one inside us. The planets and all the galaxies pass through his hands like beads. We're often amazed by the wonders of nature. It's hard to feel significant when we think of the vastness of the universe. How can our higher power remember each of us with all the planets, stars, and conditions of the world happening at once? Then we realize we're putting our own human limitations on our higher power. This is also a clever way of our ego. This is a clever way our ego promotes us to the status of a higher power. Interesting. We need to let go and let God. We need to remember that we rest in his hands. Our significance is no more or no less than anyone else. He is within us and we are within him. All we need to do is follow his lead and everything will be as it should. We shall trust in his patience. We will trust in his will and practice. Thy will, not mine, will be done. I've never actually read that slow enough or understood it for what it was saying. Thy will, not mine, be done. Interesting. Today, help me keep things in perspective. It will be refreshing to let my higher power manage the world. So I have heard that phrase before, probably at Easter or funerals or whenever the random times I went to church before last year was. I'm not going to get into the whole God conversation as such. I'm going to bring it back to just I love how it says that there's something created the stars and the nature and all that. And it's there. No matter what we believe, it's there. And having faith that everything, I hate this language, that everything happens for a reason per se, or that there is a plan, just like there was a plan for the flowers and the sun and the moon, that there's a plan for us. It helps relieve some of that pressure. And that's kind of the context I talk a lot about when it comes to the higher power. If we turn it over, we can be stressed, but it doesn't serve us. But the things that are out of our control, why add that extra burden, especially if it promotes urges or cravings or makes us want to go gamble, stresses us out, makes us miserable, all those negative emotions that would tie us down instead of giving us open space for all the positive. And I had two different conversations recently. I love it when my interactions with people tie into the readings. So one was I was talking to a fella from group, and he doesn't believe in God, but his wife does, his mom does. And the context of the conversation was about losing our friend Oscar. And he had said, yeah, I don't have faith like other people. So losing Oscar, I didn't have that to turn to. So that's kind of the message of what I was just saying. So instead of having to deal with the grief, like you can feel your grief when dealing with a loss, but feeling that there's a higher power or universe, I know for me, it eases some of the pain. If I tell myself, there's a better reason or a bigger plan, or it's working out the way it's supposed to, there's some way to achieve serenity from that. And I think that that's what the premise of higher power in the 12-step is shooting for. And even if it's not 12-step, that mentality, because you hear, well, maybe it's the circles I'm running in, but even in like the manifestation or meditation community, they talk about higher power, universe, that kind of stuff. So it is a good way to empty our plates and relinquish that. And the whole tying it into ego, that's crazy, right? So if I never, that was mind blowing to me. I've never thought of me trying to control things was a way of saying that I am as powerful as the same thing, being, whatever, that created trees and flowers and the sun and the moon. Like, wow, that's so profound to me this morning. I think that's a good way for me to look at it when I am trying to be in control mode of my life, of my work, of my decisions, all that. That's where another reason that faith kind of kicks in. The other conversation that I had relative to this morning was we were talking about some of the things going on in the world this morning, and I guess now I'm pretty sheltered and I didn't leave the house this weekend. And if I wasn't on a call last night, I wouldn't have known that, there's been some protesting / rioting, looting. There's been concern here in the area that I live. And my biking pal had tried to go to Walmart last night at 10 after 8. And it was all palletized up and closed up. And I said, yeah, I heard that our towns were on curfew, which was mind-blowing to me. And if I didn't have that call, as undialed in as I am to what's going on in the world, I could have easily been in that position trying to get somewhere and not know. And as we were talking about, the root of that and why, what's going on to cause this, as well as, other things that are, I guess we'll call them current events. And as I've told you, I don't watch the news. Like I legit don't watch the news. I don't even know how to turn it on my television. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I don't even use the cable box. So unless something is a pressing matter or top of mind, I hear it through people if it's important enough. So that's how I had heard about the curfew, or social media. I guess that's my bout of updates. So I'd hear it through social media or through my friends, and that's what happened in this case. And I said to him, we were talking about the impact that this situation would have on us directly. And I said, you know what, I can't worry about that. What happens if we were in this situation, or how I feel about this situation. I told him I don't put myself out there on strong opinions. I will on like love and kindness and take care of yourself and the things that I'm really passionate about. But current affairs and issues as serious as a life-threatening disease like COVID and whether to wear a mask or not, or getting involved in things that can generate the issues surrounding race. I can't go out there and create that stress, because from what I can tell, if I went and I posted on Facebook my views on these things, on the fact that, it's an election year, all it does is if someone disagrees with you, I am then generating angst and negativity in them. And if I'm sitting here preaching to you that I don't want you to be negative, and that the more negativity we shed, the more room we have for positivity and light and progress, why would I engage in that dialogue? Why would I put it out there? Even with the best of intentions. That's how I feel about it. So like, there's an example of something that I feel passionately enough about sharing. So that's kind of my status on that and how I feel about, the higher power and all that. I have to choose to believe, to keep myself sane, to keep me away from a bet or a drink or a smoke, that I can't control it anyway, and I need to stay in my own flippin' lane. So it's not that I don't care about other people or other things, but I need to stay focused on what I can control, and what I can control in a way that doesn't try to make me feel like I have the same power, we'll call it, as the person who creates flowers and water and all those things. So that's my spiel for today. Let's kick the week off on the right foot. I'm excited it's Monday because now I feel like I'm on vacation from the weekend. So work my tushy off. So yeah, so let's go kick some ass, beautiful people. That's what we're going to do this week. How about that? All right, I love you. Talk to you tonight.